In a given classroom where children enter at the same hour every morning, learning does not announce itself loudly. Coats are placed on chair backs. Books are opened without instruction. Pencils are held with familiarity built over time. Nothing remarkable seems to happen at first glance, and yet everything important begins here. This classroom exists in many schools. It is not defined by technology, innovation, or spectacle. It is defined by rhythm. The same text returns. The same language appears again and again. There is no urgency to perform, no pressure to produce. Language is allowed to settle before it is used. Within this space, a teacher named Anna has shaped the lesson not around activity, but around exposure. English is not introduced as something to be mastered quickly, but as something to be matched repeatedly. Words are seen before they are spoken. Structures are recognized long before they are tested. Students do not speak immediately. Silence is not treated as absence, but as preparation. Reading comes first, writing follows. Speaking waits until the language feels familiar enough to be trusted. Over time, something changes. Guessing decreases. Hesitation becomes thoughtful rather than fearful. Language stops feeling foreign and begins to feel predictable. Anna did not arrive at this approach through theory. It emerged slowly, shaped by years of watching what remained after lessons ended. Words that stayed, structures that returned unprompted, confidence that appeared quietly without being summoned. In this classroom, the day unfolds without urgency. A short text is read, not for performance, but for familiarity. The sentences are not new, they have been encountered before, in slightly different forms, across different days. The language is already known, even if it is not yet owned. Students follow the lines carefully. Some trace sentences with a finger, others pause before choosing a word. No one rushes ahead. The rhythm is understood. One observes without interrupting. Experiencing has thought that interruption often arrives too early. Correction, when offered prematurely, replaces recognition with dependence. Instead, time is allowed for language to settle. A pause before a verb choice. A sentence rewritten without instruction. A familiar structure recognized and accepted. These moments are not accidental. In another classroom, in the same school, a different rhythm prevails. Mark teaches English with constant activity. Students speak from the first lesson. Silence is avoided. Energy fills the room. At first, the results appear impressive. Participation is high. Voices are confident. Yet, over time, something remains unstable. Errors return unchanged. Sentences sound practiced but uncertain. During a staff meeting, Mark observes that students seem to understand everything, yet nothing remains. When asked how often learners meet the same structure again and again, no clear answer emerges. Around this time, a 2024 study by Alharbi and Alshehri from King's Saud University examined the use of narrative games in FL classrooms. Published in the English Language Teaching, the study tracked vocabulary retention and sentence use across multiple sessions. The conclusion was ambiguous. Games supported learning only when they repeatedly exposed learners to the same language. Engagement alone produced activity, not acquisition. Anna's classroom had been built around that principle long before the study appeared. Speaking eventually emerges there, but without instruction or demand. A student speaks not because the lesson requires it, but because the sentence feels complete. The structure has been encountered often enough to feel reliable. That reliability creates safety. In another school, Miriam faces a different challenge. Her students produce impressive written text with the support of artificial intelligence. Grammar is accurate, vocabulary is advanced, but when the tool is removed, confidence collapses. Ownership becomes unclear. Miriam does not ban technology, she restricts it. Writing begins independently, slowly, imperfectly. Only afterward are AI generated models introduced, not as answers, but as points of comparison. Students are asked to observe, not to copy. Gradually, questions change. Instead of asking whether something is correct, learners ask why a structure appears. Attention shifts from output to pattern. This mirrors the findings of a 2024 review by Kohnke, University of Hong Kong, Saud, University of Queensland, and Zhang, Beijing Normal University, published in Computer Assisted Language Learning. Their analysis of AI used in ESL and EFL classrooms show that artificial intelligence supports learning when it highlights structure and reduces cognitive overload. When it replaces decision making, learning weakens. Technology does not teach, exposure does. Back in Anna's classroom, interaction appears minimal to outside observers. Students rarely interrupt. Corrections are delayed. Silence remains present. Yet, learning continues. Conversation analysis research later explains why. In a 2025 study published in Humanities and Social Science Communications, Ofori from the University of Cape Coast, Ghana, and Talegani Nixon, University of Southern Denmark, examined repair sequences in ESL classrooms. Learning was most visible during hesitation, self-correction, and delayed responses. Fluency, the researchers conclude, did not predict acquisition. Processing did. Anna's classroom allows processing to occur. Students are not pushed to speak before readiness. Language is encountered repeatedly until recognition replaces uncertainty. Daniel reaches a similar understanding late in his career. His lessons are full. His students are busy. Retention remains shallow. One term, everything is reduced. Fewer words, clearer structures. The same language appears every day. The classroom slows. Questions disappear. Independency emerges. A 2024 qualitative study by Zhang, National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, and Warsaw, University of California, Irvine, supports this experience. Teachers who limited tools and emphasized reading, revision, and delay production reported stronger learner autonomy. Familiarity, not freedom, created confidence. Parents sometimes question the silence in Anna's classroom. Speaking seems limited. Performance appears minimal. What is not immediately visible is the depth of recognition performing beneath the surface. Another study conducted in 2025 by Sato, Ryukoku University, Japan, and Lowen University of Auckland examined learners who delayed production in favor of recognition. These learners spoke less initially, but demonstrated stronger long-term accuracy and stability. Early speech created the illusion of progress. Later speech reflected learning. Across classrooms, contexts, and technologies, the same pattern appears. Language does not grow through urgency. It grows through exposure. Repetition allows structure to settle. Recognition allows confidence to form. Speech emerges when the language no longer feels uncertain. This is not a method. It is a pattern. And in classrooms like Hannah's, it continues quietly every morning when students enter at the same hour, open the same books, and meet the same language once again.